Hi, my name is Jeremy Baker, and I am a team member here at Alamo Drafthouse Cinemas, and I have been obsessed with The Wizard of Oz and Wicked since I was a little kid. So I have amassed quite a collection of Wizard of Oz and Wicked memorabilia. I think everybody can resonate with the story of Wicked if you grew up, especially like I did, and you were othered growing up. And I think you really resonate with Elphaba in that way. And that's kind of what drew me to Wicked and has kind of kept that passion going over the years. The love of The Wizard of Oz has been there since I was about 4 years old. A story that my mother loves to tell most often is how my brothers and sisters and I produced a stage production in the backyard at our house when I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I had to make sure that I played Dorothy because I had to be the main character. I mean, always. Fellow Ozians, whether you're a lifelong Ozmopolitan, like myself, or you just came for the Ariana Grande vocals and sparkly gowns, this is your crash course in Wicked Part 1. The movie that asked, what if The Wizard of Oz had a prequel, but make it trauma, politics, and Broadway belting? And yes, this is the first of 2 parts, because apparently Defying Gravity needs a sequel, and Part 1 didn't emotionally traumatize us enough. So let's recap our characters. First up, we've got Elphaba, a green skin icon played by the stunning Cynthia Erivo. She's fierce, she's principled, and she's allergic to BS.
I could care less what others think.
Couldn't.
What?
You couldn't care less what other people think. Though I doubt that.
Next, we've got Glinda, played by Ariana Grande, who starts off shallow, but there's depth under the sparkle. Ariana plays her like a girl who's been performing her whole life and finally starts asking, why?
Something is very wrong. I didn't get my way. I need to lie down.
Next up, we've got Fiyero, our male heartthrob. He's played by Jonathan Bailey. He's hot, he's confused, and he's the human equivalent of a golden retriever who's read exactly one philosophy book.
So no matter how shallow and self-absorbed you pretend to be...
Excuse me. There is no pretense here. I happen to be genuinely self-absorbed and deeply shallow.
Next, we've got Madame Morrible, played by the goddess herself, Michelle Yeoh. She's the queen of gaslighting, gatekeeping, and girl bossing.
If you can learn to use your powers in the right way.
Last but certainly not least, we've got the Wizard, played by Jeff Goldblum. Imagine if your grandpa ran a propaganda machine. Well, that's him.
That's what I love best, making people happy.
And shout out to a couple of our secondary characters, Bach, who gets friend-zoned so hard he might as well be a piece of furniture. But we love a short king. And Nessa Rose? Well, she's Elphaba's sister and she's wheelchair bound. She's sweet until she's not, but we love the representation.
I'll miss you.
No, you won't. You'll be having too good a time.
So the movie opens after Dorothy causes a witch to melt like a drag queen in Texas summer. The citizens of Oz are throwing a party singing No One Mourns the Wicked, which is basically Oz's version of Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead, but with more passive-aggressive shade, and actually some of the notes from that song. Glinda floats in on her bubble and gets asked the big philosophical question.
Why does wickedness happen?
That's a good question.
Flashback to the origin story of Elphaba. Elphaba's mom had an affair with a mysterious stranger who gave her a green elixir. Her dad, Governor Throb, took one look at baby Elphaba and said, nope. So she's raised by Dulcibert, a literal bear in the movie because in Oz, animals can talk, have jobs, are probably underpaid, probably pay too much in taxes, and are treated as second-class citizens. She's also tasked with caring for her younger sister, Nessa Rose. So Elphaba grows up bullied, isolated, and already showing signs of magical power. Basically, she's Matilda if Matilda had a color palette inspired by kale. Back to present-day Munchkinland. They're festivating, singing, dancing, and roasting marshmallows around a giant effigy of a witch that Glinda just set fire to. But as she's about to bubble away, she's interrogated about her relationship with the said melted witch.
Is it true you were her friend?
Yes. I did know her. That is, our paths did cross.
Cue the second flashback in the official start of Wicked Part 1. We cut to Shiz University, which is like Hogwarts if Hogwarts had a dress code designed by Pinterest. Elphaba's not even supposed to be there. She's just dropping off Nessa. But then she has a magical outburst. Madame Morrible sees this and is like, you, sorcery, now. Enter Glinda. Sorry, Galinda. More on that later. Who is basically what you get if Regina George and Elle Woods had a baby and gave it a magic wand. Naturally, she and Elphaba get stuck as roommates because drama. And cue the musical number, What Is This Feeling? The feeling? It's loathing, in case you forgot.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing
For your face.
your voice, your clothing. Let's just say I loathe it all.
Also wandering the halls of Shiz is Dr. Dillamond, a goat professor who's losing his ability to speak because Oz is slowly silencing its talking animals. He's kind, curious, and basically the only adult who treats Elphaba like a person. His fate is a turning point for her, and let's be real, when your history teacher is a goat and still more compassionate than the humans, you know something's wrong.
Animals are no longer permitted to teach.
What?
It's all right, Miss Elphaba. I'll be all right.
Then there's Fiyero, who literally rides into Shiz on a horse like a Disney prince with commitment issues. He's hot, he's rebellious, but he also has the emotional depth of a puddle. So Fiyero tosses books, Galinda crushes hard, and Elphaba rolls her eyes. A lot. Things shift when Galinda gives Elphaba a pointy black hat as a joke. Elphaba wears it to the Ozdas ballroom like a boss, is mocked and laughed at, and then Galinda joins her on the dance floor because, well, guilt. Boom. Friendship unlocked. Glinda gives Elphaba a makeover, all while belting out how to be popular and high-kicking in her pajamas.
Popular, you're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper voice when you talk to boys, the ways to flirt and songs. Ew.
Now, about that name change, Galinda to Glinda, it's not just a spelling tweak. It's a character shift. After the arrest of Dr. Dillamond, the goat professor who's silenced for being, well, a goat, Galinda drops the G in solidarity.
I will henceforth be known no longer as Galinda, but simply Glinda.
Clapping!
She is so good.
It's her first real moment of empathy and a sign that she's starting to see beyond her bubble, literally and figuratively. It's subtle, but it marks the beginning of her transformation from glittery airhead to someone with actual depth. Also, let's be honest, Glinda just sounds more like somebody who might eventually run a kingdom. Elphaba gets invited to meet the wizard, who is somehow both charming and terrifying. They sing One Short Day while touring Emerald City, which looks like a Lisa Frank folder exploded in a steampunk factory.
There are buildings tall as quaxwood trees, dress salons and libraries, houses, museums, 100 strong. There are wonders like I've never seen. It's all grand and it's all green. I think we found a place where we belong. I wanna be in this life alive, so I'll be back for good someday. Make my life and make my way before today will wander and enjoy.
And can we talk about the citizens of the Emerald City, who all seem to know full choreography the moment visitors arrive? Like, is there a civic rehearsal every Tuesday? Do they have flash mob drills? Because the second Elphaba and Glinda show up, it's synchronized jazz hands and high kicks like it's Oz's Got Talent. And for the Broadway nerds in the audience, yes, there are cameos. Lots of them. Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth, our OG Elphaba and Glinda, pop up with a new song. This song, which by the way is not in the stage production, explains the history of Oz as dancers in baked Alaska costumes surround Menzel and Chenoweth. And Stephen Schwartz, who wrote the music we love so much, says the iconic line,
"The wizard will see you now."
So, back to Glinda and Elphaba getting to meet the wizard, who's hiding behind a giant head. I mean, can we say overcompensating much? But then the wizard hands Elphaba the Grimoire and asks her to do a spell. Actually, let's take a moment to talk about the Grimoire. It's not just a spooky spellbook. It's a relic of ancient magic written in a language only the magically gifted can read. In the movie, it's the wizard's tool of manipulation, but for Elphaba, it becomes a symbol of her power and autonomy. Basically, it's the Necronomicon meets a self-help book for witches. Anyway, she does it, and oops, the monkeys grow wings and scream in agony. Turns out the wizard is a fraud, Madame Morrible is his PR machine, and Elphaba has been played. Elphaba says no thanks to being the wizard's puppet and goes rogue. Her previous mentor, Madame Morrible, bestows the title of Wicked Witch on Elphaba and broadcasts it across all of Oz. Nessa is sitting by a radio listening to the message, looking particularly salty. And in the background, we can see Governor Throp drop to the ground. So can we cue Ding Dong the Witch is Dead here? Elphaba also grabs a broom, singing Defying Gravity, and flies into the night like a green Beyonce.
And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I'm defying gravity. I'm a flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match the arena.
Linda stays behind, so naturally, the friendship fractures, and we're left screaming at the movie screen as it says, "To be continued." If you've read Gregory Maguire's book, you know his version of the story is dark. The musical lightens things up a lot. In the movie, well, it's somewhere in the middle. It's faithful to the stage show, but with added emotional beats and flashbacks to give us more backstory than the stage production is able to. So that's Wicked Part 1, a story about friendship, power, betrayal, and how society loves to villainize women who don't play nice. And all they need is a real good enemy to focus on. It's got flying monkeys, talking goats, and more glitter than a drag brunch in Vegas. Well, you're officially caught up. Now sit back, grab some popcorn, sip your themed cocktail, and get ready to be even more emotionally wrecked with Part 2 and be changed for good. So this is probably one of my favorite pieces. It's definitely got the most sentimental value. My mom actually made this for me and gave it to me on my 30th birthday. It was from the stage production that we went and saw in Houston. It's a completely unique piece. The only other one like it is her copy that she made. This is another favorite piece of mine. It is just, as you can see, a Wizard of Oz lunchbox. Luckily, now that I am an Alamo teammate, I also was able to get this one. So to me, they are kind of a matching set, and I absolutely love that. A little Wizard of Oz nutcracker, and then of course a Wicked Witch of the West nutcracker. Another gift that I received that was a huge thing is this Wizard of Oz purse. It's never been used. It's literally sat on a shelf. Great piece. And then this 50th anniversary glass from Whataburger. So this is from 1989, and I've actually had it for a while. But yeah, but this is actually, obviously, as you can see from the stage play, plays The Wizard and I. Got this going to see the show, I believe, in New York City, and love this one. Was also very fortunate to get this item from Alamo Drafthouse last year for the Wicked Part 1 movie. Hold on. And this was obviously just because it was super cool. So it's just a little makeup kit with crushed velvet, but I just like how it says wickedly beautiful, because that's what everyone should be. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love a good game of Monopoly, especially when it's Wicked themed, you know? And you can purchase different sites throughout Oz. Also, do not play this with my niece, because she will take you for everything you're worth. Just saying.